Well, I'm going to see how we go today. See if it's a little bit better than it was last time round. And I'm going to grab myself a load. Hopefully everything will be better. Hopefully. Got my frame rate counter up there. My overlay. And let's hope that frame rate stays about where it is. Some reason, well, it doesn't really matter, but I've got all the bells and whistles turned on at the moment, so hopefully this works all right. Just going to add a record to the okay, stop recording. Okay, so recording takes a considerable bite out of my frame rate. Okay, so let's go back to ATS. We'll get in here, we'll look at the job market for where I'm at. My location is Colorado Springs, and I'm going to take this particular load here, which is at the location I'm at right now. So let's see how we go. We'll get the truck started up. Open the driver's window. And see where we go. Hopefully my audio's working properly. Hopefully the frame rate's working all right. And all the rest of it. Now, I haven't had my sleep yet, so I remember what I was going to do. I was going to reverse into the parking area and have a sleep. So we'll get some lights on. I think I can get trailer side lamps on this one. Doesn't appear to be able to have trailer side lamps on. I'll turn that off and we'll just do our best to reverse up, and we'll put those axles back up again. All I got to do is back in here into this dark area, and I'll be able to have a bit of a snooze and refresh my my batteries, recharge my batteries. And hopefully by the time I wake up it'll be daytime, and let's hope that I have adequate time up my sleeve to do this load that I've already booked. Okay. Alright, we'll just pull forward a little. And engine, park brake, neutral, and have a sleep. Okay, daytime. Now let's kick the tyres and light the fires. Park brakes off. And still got that load to do. Now there is a just got to get to it. Just got to find the let's see. Tips and tricks. No, it's not in there. Could have sworn it was in tips and tricks. I think it's in this one here. Here we go. Oh, okay. Right, so we'll go up here and we'll get our load organised. Turn the headlights off. Should be off now, I hope. Righto, let's go to the cargo market. And go there, we can go to Rock Springs. We'll do the Denver one because it's worth more money for a shorter distance. Okay, so where are we got to park? Where are we got to go to get our load? Let's just jump out and go and have a bit of a sticky beak. Where do they want us to go to get it? Right around the back there. So right beside where we were before. So yeah, got to do what I've been doing and take that up to 76 or 78, I think it is. Bring that seat back one. Go to the mirrors. That mirror looks fine. And that one will do fine as well. Okay. So where we've got to go is around the other side of where that car's parked up there. And I think I've gone and shot myself in the foot because I'm heading towards the fence there. I'll have another crack at it. Oop. Okay. Now, in order to just use your park brake and leave your engine running, there is a little thing that you need to do, and there's two of them actually. So we go into there, and I would normally come up here and paste down here, use G cargo load require park brake 1. We want to turn that on. Okay, so that requires you to have your park brake on. The other one, copy that. Right, the other one that I would use, which these are actually enabled on my game as it is. So then we have uset space G underscore cargo underscore load underscore require underscore engine underscore off space 0. So what that does is that actually changes the requirement for your engine to be actually turned off. By putting it at 0, that means the engine doesn't need to be turned off. You can leave it running. The other one, by having park brake equals 1, means that in order to load your truck with cargo, you need to have your park brake on. Righto. We've got 3/4 of tank of fuel, and we've got 82 miles to go. We have got heaps of fuel. Righto. And we're going to be turning to the right here. Driving an RTA Mods 806, sorry 608, T608. We'll get out of the truck and have a look at it. Right, there it is there. It's a really nice truck. I think it's probably one of RTA Mods' better models. And we got to go around the corner here. Had a feeling I had to. And hopefully my hopefully everything will be working nicely. CPU's not working hard. GPU's working fairly hard. Mainly because I actually have all of the bells and whistles turned on for the game. And we'll head around here. Okay, you'll notice that now have the liftable axles down, with that fourth axle being a steerable axle. There is a it's a single tire. It's not a dual tire. In Australia, we actually have a 20-metre long quad axle trailer with front and rear lift, and also the rear axle is steer, but we actually have dual tyres on them, so there's no playing around with reduced weight. You can actually carry 50 tonnes, which are on that one trailer. I don't know what the conversion of that is. Oh no, I've done the wrong thing here. At least he hasn't got his lights on. He did slow down to stop and let me go through, so thanks, mate. I pulled in front of that fire truck, so it's got a girl driving it. I'll do 2 loads tonight, and then I'll have a look and see how the stream came up. Hopefully it's not too bad. I did notice the other night after watching the previous stream that it had a little bit of choppiness to it. Now I've upped my bit rate a bit more, although I have increased the the resolution back up to the native 4K. Hopefully that'll be satisfactory, so that we can actually get a good run, maybe find the answer to my issues I've been having. It may turn out that it's just a YouTube problem. I may have to go to the dramas of pre-recording them and then uploading them. I'm not sure. I'd rather not. And thankfully this prime mover actually reads in the speed in miles per hour, so there won't be any conversions needed. I won't need to look at the information bar down the bottom there to get my speed from. I would just look where I'm used to looking, and that's at the speedo. Crank the cruise control up to 75. make sure we get to where we've got to go in ample time. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look, because I'm not sure whether I've got... Yeah, I have managed to get that road done the other day. Now, thinking Denver, then maybe Sterling, and if I can Burlington. That way I can go down this way through Burlington, maybe there from down to Ratton, Burlington to Ratton, down this road here. That's a couple of loads away. I might even be able to get one straight out of Denver and go down and take a detour through Lamar to get to Ratton. Who knows? Hell, this is fast. Okay, looking down there on the cruise control, the trip computer, we're now at 75 and we need to be at 65. Now it's 60. So we're right where we need to be. Now we're down to 55. Okay, so what do we got in the back here? We've got, seeing as I've got a refrigerated trailer, I have my goods in the back there. And possibly I shouldn't have had to sleep after booking the load, but it is what it is. And we're going to get off on this one. And we're going to go around there. Jump over into this other lane over here. We're not far away, so we may get there on time. And the customer is TLL, so it's in-house transport load. Go in this lane and get ready to jump off. Okay, so we'll jump off here. Seeing as we're turning right at the next street up here, we'll go into this lane. Then you got to get up there. Halfway up the street there. And let's get rolling. Okay, this is where we're going, right here. This is one of the bigger yards that we've got. Somebody been knocking off the letters off our sign. So where have we got our parking space? Oh, okay, right up the guts there. The space is usually reserved for B doubles. Okay, into neutral, and we did okay. See what's available. Go up to Rock Springs, or we can go to Cheyenne. We'll do the Cheyenne one, then I'll stop for dinner. Have some dinner and I might come back and do another stream later. Okay. So I've got to go down and check in. Actually no, I'm already loaded up. Aren't I? Yeah. So I could have a snooze in this particular area if I wanted to, park in there with the rest of those trucks. Got enough fuel to go to Cheyenne. Oh, actually, they're coming a bit quicker than I thought they were. Okay. Got to admit, I do like the sound of this. It's a nice sounding truck. Nice sounding Jake brake too. I find it hard to keep track of the cycle of the lights. Here you get arrows before straight ahead, and other places you get straight ahead before you get arrows. Hey. Just so you know, that that cash pool that I've got there, it's actually it's ridge dig. It's not fake. I didn't use any cheats to get there. And I have been playing for a very long time, and consequently, oops, we're in the wrong lane here. Thank goodness there was nobody beside us. And consequently, I've got a lot of cash. I have, I think when I looked at it the last time around, 146 drivers in my fleet. All of them have got nice trucks. Basically, they're all hand-me-down. Well, nearly all of them are hand-me-downs. I did go out and just buy a bunch of them at one stage there. And we're going around the corner there, so I'll jump in this other lane. We'll go a little bit steadier around here. With all the pretty bells and whistles I have on, graphics is at 4K. Everything's as, you know, like as higher as detail as I can get. I don't think I've left any pebbles unturned. I think I've got 400% magnification, texture magnification or upscaling. Pretty much everything's maxed, and still getting 45 frames out of it, so I'm fairly happy. I don't know what's going on, because I used to get higher than that, but in saying that, there has been a lot of work done by SCS upping the ante, and I think NVIDIA are enabling stuff that not all of us really need. I'm going to shut the window so I can close out a bit of that noise. And we'll pump it up to 75, because we're going to make sure we get to Cheyenne on time. And we really don't want to be in that lane. And I can see in my mirror that my refrigerator's in good nick. Green light there. And we've got a way station that we've got to pull into, so okay, so for those of you that are interested, the way I have my wheel and pedals set up, I'm not actually using the pedals that came with this. I'm a flight simmer as well, so I've got a set of pedals that have a toe brake in them, and I use that for my brakes and accelerator. But with my wheel, obviously steering is, you know, on the wheel. My paddles are actually the up and down gears, So it's a sequential box with paddle shift. And for my indicators, I've got on my left thumb, where my left thumb is, I have a D-pad. So left and right is the indicators, up and down is my cruise control. So I've down to set, up to resume. I've got a left, I think it's called LSB. That's my jake brake. And then on the right right RSB, I have my headlights, high beam, low beam. And when I'm playing multiplayer, my CB is on the thumb. It's I'm not sure what the button is. I think it's the page button, but it's the one that's on the spoke for your thumb. Opposite that, on the other side, is my horn, and then the Y, X, A, and B. Y is for the computer. I can scroll through the computer. The B button scrolls through the GPS zoom levels, and can't remember what X is. Oh, X is the ignition. It turns the engine off. Oh no. So yeah, we'll get back into that. X turns the engine off. And A is the enter key, so it's like pressing enter or button 0. And we can bypass this one, so that's good. And we'll get back up to speed. And then I have on my right thumb at the bottom, I have like a button with a scroll wheel on the outside. That's for adjusting my cruise control up and down. I can scroll it down or up to keep me at the current speed. And if I press the button in the middle, it's like pressing the F3 key. And on the other side there's an up and down arrow. The up is like flash the headlights, get out of my way, the pass indicator, or light horn as it's called. And then I have my wipers as a toggle. I just cycle through the settings. Obviously the paddles is left is down, right is up. Oh, should be concentrating where I'm going a little bit more. Yes, I'm sure that the customer expects them, but he'll wait because he's my boss. I work for him, or actually I own the company. We don't have to go very far. We're just about there now. We're almost in Cheyenne. And we'll leave the motorway. And we'll turn left. We've got a green light, so if we're quick, it's stale green. But I think we can get through. And then we'll stop here. When you have to go up over the railway line, and our depot's up there. And we might just turn the headlights on. I think one more click should do it. And we should be able to... Yeah, there's our headlights down there. So it's starting to get dark. It's about the same amount of light in game as what it is actually out my door, out my window. turn that speaker volume down a little bit so that it doesn't reverberate through the microphone. As much as I like the sound, it probably doesn't make for very good audio for you guys. We'll go to the turn to the right there. Looks like the microphone's extremely sensitive now. Not that long ago it wasn't very sensitive at all. So this is our depot over here. It's got a strange entry to it. Don't blame me, I didn't make it. It's got a strange entry where we go up the footpath here, right on the corner. This is one of our smaller yards. Doesn't actually have a sleeping area in it. And it also has probably one of the hardest sides to get into. Right, so we managed to get here on time, only just. In the nick of time. So yeah, 100 or over a million, 1.2 million experience, and I shudder to think how long I've actually been playing. So we could go to Rock Springs in Wyoming, or back down the Colorado Springs, or we could head towards Flagstaff. Now, this will be a run for my next stream. So we might do the Rock Springs run on the next one round. So I'm going to call this a video, and I'm going to have my dinner. And while I'm having my dinner, I'll check and see whether there's any adjustments I need to make to my settings on OBS. Hopefully it's better now. I've got a new ISP, I've got faster upload, more bandwidth, and yeah, hopefully. And I've found a couple of things with OBS that I was not doing correctly. Hopefully it's sorted. It may be that my problem is actually more related to YouTube than anything else. So we're ready to get going with this one, but I'm going to exit out